Jeff, why don't you tell us a little bit about your professional background and how you ended up at GrowthLab?
I graduated with a BA in accounting back in the 70s. Started working in a CPA firm and got my CPA license in the 70s. And throughout the career, I was auditing for about, I guess, 22 years, working on various clients, everything from the garment center where I started out to heavy machinery manufacturers to retail stores. I've just about seen everything in accounting you could see. And then about at the 22, 23-year mark, I went into forensic accounting, which was a whole nother side of accounting. Got forensic certifications, certified in business valuations, took a battery of tests, worked on high net worth divorces, did forensic investigations, and then went back into accounting, mainstream accounting, worked in public companies on their accounting staffs until I found my way over here to GrowthLab.
Awesome. Why did you decide to go with GrowthLab? What was the draw?
Well, I started getting questions from one of the employees here at GrowthLab. He had accounting issues. He'd bounce them off to me, and I'd hear about this company, and they'd hear about me. And finally, I sat down with management, and we had a discussion, and I decided this is a dynamic group of people. My interview process was just not with management; it was with the staff too. I went through 6 different interviews in one day, meeting a good portion of the staff, the leadership of the company, and realizing that these were dynamic individuals, nice people, dynamic, and really set a high bar and a high level of their expectations. And I said, this is someplace I'd like to be.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's one of the things that I love about working at GrowthLab too, because I know when we've hired people on the marketing side, they not only touch the marketing employees, but Dan and Steve like to give them time with the FP&A team and have them meet people, like close to their own age. And it's always helpful to hear about the experience from a peer's perspective. So looking back on your career and kind of thinking about it as a whole, what is one piece of advice that you would give yourself at the age of 22?
Yeah, that's a great question. That one, I did a lot of soul searching on that one. There are a lot of components to it. In general advice to anybody starting out in any career is find something you want to do and follow with a passion. Okay. I love accounting. And the other career piece of advice is once you find that passion, believe in yourself, believe in your ability, and go with that ability. And don't be afraid to make mistakes because you learn from mistakes.
Awesome. So as you're thinking back about your career and the transition into GrowthLab, can you kind of tell us why you got brought onto the GrowthLab team and what your role is going to be here?
As you can imagine, since I started in the 70s, I've been doing this for 40 plus years. And I've had a tremendous amount of experience. And in those years, I've done a lot of mentoring, a lot of teaching. There's a broad knowledge base that comes along with me. This is a growing company, and it's servicing a lot of diverse clientele. And there are going to be accounting issues that are coming up. New companies have new issues, recognizing the issues. I have that ability. I bring that to the table. I also bring to the table ability to mentor people and get them to the next level so that this company can grow even further and faster. That's what I'm hoping to do here. In addition to letting them know that they're not alone. There's always a resource they can contact. And I check in on the staff and check, how things going, any issues, what are happening. And that's basically what's going on.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool. And then the last question I have for you is more of a fun one. What are your top 3 things that you've enjoyed so far working at GrowthLab?
After the first month, well, not even at a month yet, the first thing I'd have to say, the people here at GrowthLab. As I mentioned earlier, it's a dynamic group. They're fun. They're very warm and welcoming. They're caring about each other. It's just not, get the work done, which is important. It's also how you doing. Everybody's concerned about everybody else. So yeah, while it's a fast pace and let's get the client service, there's a caring about how's everybody doing. So that's the first one. The second one is, I sort of hit on it. It's a close-knit group. It's almost, welcome to the GrowthLab family.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's a great comforting thought. I've been in a lot of firms and stuff where it's very cold atmosphere. You do your work, you leave your work. It's not that way here. Okay. It's there's responsibility. We have to get it done. We have to get the work done, but it's also, you have to live too. And it's a good balance. It's a delicate balance, but it's a great balance. And the third thing is, of course, the clients that we service. The diversity is amazing, and it's a challenge, and I love the challenge.
Yeah, super diverse, especially when in the startup world.
Yeah, and it's not only just the startup world. We have clients that are more established and have different needs, and you just never know what the day is gonna bring.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, cool. That was great. Thanks for answering the questions.